Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful forces shaping modern hospitality, AI-powered revenue management. We'll explore how this technology is completely changing the game for how hotels price their rooms, moving us away from simple guesswork and into a world of smart, data-driven strategy.
It really wasn't that long ago that pricing a hotel room was pretty basic. You had your summer rate and you had your winter rate. Simple, right? But wow, was it inefficient. It left so much money on the table. Fast forward to today, and we're in a completely different world, moving towards a much smarter, more responsible approach called AI-driven dynamic pricing. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. For decades, hoteliers have been wrestling with this classic Goldilocks problem. You're constantly trying to find that price that's not too high, not too low, but just right. It was this constant, stressful balancing act between filling your rooms and actually turning a healthy profit.
So, how do we finally solve this problem? Well, the answer, as you've probably guessed, is artificial intelligence. AI is the modern solution that gives us the tools to find that just right price, not just for a whole season, but for every single night, for every single room type, for every single guest.
And that's what we call dynamic pricing. Look, this isn't about setting a price and just crossing your fingers. It's about surgical precision. This technology is crunching countless data points in real time to figure out the absolute perfect price for a specific person at the very moment they're ready to book.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does an AI system actually pull this off? Well, it all boils down to three core functions, which I like to call the three pillars of smart pricing.
It's a really logical flow. It all starts with a constant, 24/7 market watch. All of that data then feeds into what we call a living price, a price that's always adapting. And finally, it gets even smarter by using guest segmentation to match that price to the right customer. Let's break each of these down.
So, pillar number one, the market watch. A human revenue manager, a really dedicated one, might check competitor websites a few times a day. But an AI? It's like having a digital eye in the sky that never, ever sleeps. It's watching the entire market ecosystem every second of every day.
And what it's watching is just incredible. It's so much more than just competitor rates. It's looking at the flight feed. Are more planes landing in your city? It's analyzing the weather factor. Is a big storm coming that might cancel bookings? It's even reading the social pulse. Is a local concert suddenly trending online? This gives you a true command center view of what's really driving demand.
So all of that incredible data pours into the system. And what does it create? It creates a living price. This means your room rate is never stuck in place. It's constantly dynamically adjusting based on those real-time market signals. If you've ever seen Uber surge pricing during rush hour, you already understand the basic principle.
And this is where the magic really happens. It's two sides of the same coin. When demand is sky high, maybe there's a huge conference in town, the AI gently nudges prices up to maximize every dollar. But when demand is low, it finds that perfect sweet spot, a price that's attractive enough to get guests in the door and avoid an empty room, because an empty room is the most expensive thing a hotel can have.
All right, the third pillar is where things get really sophisticated. It's guest segmentation. The AI gets it. Different travelers have different needs, and maybe, most importantly, different budgets. It understands that a business traveler on an expense account is going to behave very differently than a family trying to plan an affordable vacation.
This lets the AI run multiple pricing strategies at the exact same time. For example, it can keep the price of your executive suites high because it knows corporate clients are less sensitive to price. But at the same time, it can offer a special weekend discount on your standard rooms to attract leisure travelers and make sure the hotel is full.
So now you get the how. Let's talk about the who, because in your careers, you're going to come across the major software platforms that power all this technology. We're going to take a quick look at three of the titans in this space.
First up is Duetto. They're really known as a cloud-based visionary in the industry, with a super flexible approach to pricing. Their whole philosophy is built around a concept they call open pricing. So what is open pricing? Well, instead of having rigid price levels, it allows a hotel to price every single room type on every single sales channel completely independently. This example here is perfect. Let's say there's a big tech conference. Duetto can see the surging demand for shared double queen rooms and price them up, without having to touch the rates for the single king rooms that business travelers aren't booking. It's total flexibility.
Next up, we have Ideas Revenue Solutions. Now, these guys are the veterans. With over 30 years in the game, they are a true scientific powerhouse. They use incredibly advanced analytics and deep mathematical modeling to drive their pricing recommendations.
And their key differentiator is a focus on total profit. They look beyond just the room rate. The system actually tries to predict a guest's total potential spend. So it might offer a slightly lower room rate to a guest it predicts is likely to spend hundreds of dollars at your spa and restaurant because it knows that guest is actually more profitable in the long run.
And our third titan is Rate Gain. Their core strength is all about deep, real-time competitive intelligence. They are the experts at helping you understand exactly what your competition is up to at any given moment. Think of it like having a live, strategic map of your market. If the hotel right across the street suddenly drops its prices by 20%, RateGain's AI flags it instantly. But more importantly, it recommends a strategic response. Should you match their price? Should you hold firm? Or maybe you should offer a value add, like free breakfast, instead.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but let's bring it back to you. As a future hotel leader, as a revenue manager, how are you actually going to work with these incredibly powerful tools?
That's the key question, isn't it? Let me be clear. Your job is not to be replaced by AI. Your job is to collaborate with it. You are the strategic mind, the human expert who guides the tool. There are really 3 essential steps to make this partnership work. First, you have to connect the pipes. This is the foundational stuff, making sure the AI is perfectly integrated with your hotel's core systems, especially your property management system, your PMS. If that data isn't flowing cleanly, the AI is flying blind. Second, trust but verify. The AI is a brilliant number cruncher, but you are the market expert. If you know a local food festival that's not on the AI's radar yet is about to flood the city with people, you use your strategic override. It's a dialogue with the machine, not a dictatorship. And third, and this is the fun part, experiment. Use the AI's power to test your theories. What if you offer a small discount for local residents on Sunday nights? Will that boost occupancy? The AI lets you test these ideas with real data, turning your hunches into proven strategies.
And I want to leave you with this one crucial philosophy. Dynamic pricing, when it's done right, is not about tricking your guests. It's about efficiency. It's about running a healthy, sustainable business. A correctly priced hotel is one that can afford to invest in its staff, its facilities, and ultimately in the guest experience. Because in the end, this is what it's all about. Let the AI handle the heavy lifting. All the complex math, the endless data analysis, that frees you and your team to get back to the human element that truly defines our industry, creating unforgettable experiences and practicing the fine art of hospitality.